One of the very popular effects is to be able to do time warp effects, having something start off at a normal speed, slow down dramatically, speed up again, slow down, maybe freeze frame for a little bit, and then speed back up again. I want to show you how to do that very quickly. I've got this nice clip here as we watch it in real time. The catcher catches it. I like that speed where she catches it in real time, lets you see how fast the ball goes. Then she picks it up and throws it. I think that'll be fun to see in slow motion. And then there's a bunch of time in here while the batter's getting ready, checking out the bat. And before she swings, we want to speed that all up because it's just a bunch of wasted action. And then as she starts to swing, we're going to slow-mo it. And as the ball comes off the bat, we'll freeze frame it there and then speed it back up after the freeze frame. The way this works is a time warp effect. If I go into effects, I actually already built one that I want to show you. If we go into the effect mode, it calls up this graph, and there are actually two different graphs, a position graph and a speed graph, and these allow you to place at certain points in the clip various keyframes, which are very simply added right here with the add keyframe button. And so I wanted to start it off going 100% speed. Normal speed is 100, obviously. The pitch comes in, and as the pitch comes in, it starts to slow down. Then her entire throw is done at about 25% of speed. And then as she throws the ball, we're back up to normal speed. And then we're at 200 speed as the batter prepares. And then as she gets ready to swing, we drop back down to 50% of speed. She swings at normal speed, and then the ball down here, you can see I have two keyframes at 0 speed. So that actually freezes the ball before the shot continues. So let me render that real quick to let you show how it looks. The render button is right down here, or you could use the one that's mapped to your keyboard. Just click OK. Pretty quick render. And if we look at that effect, slows down, goes into fast speed, slows down again, freezes, and then speeds up. The freeze frame is pretty quick in there, but it definitely freezes. You can see it stops there for a little bit and then speeds back up. So let me just show you real quickly how I built that now that we kind of understand how it works. Once we've deleted that effect, I'm going to simply add the time warp back in from scratch. So now that the time warp is on there, we simply go to our effects mode, and you can go in and start adding keyframes. We've got a keyframe added at the front. Let's say we want that to be 100% until it hits her mitt, and we add a keyframe. Right after that, we want it to go into slow-mo. We're going to have it continue as slow-mo until she releases the ball, steps over her foot, and then let's slow-mo that down to, say, 50% for that whole pitching action. Then as soon as she's done, the throw goes off screen. We'll add another keyframe and move that up to 200% and let it continue at 200% until she is ready to swing. Maybe back a little bit from there. And as she starts to prepare, we're going to drop down to 50% again. And when she makes contact, maybe a little bit after contact, we'll add another keyframe and another keyframe so that both those are at 0, and then the final keyframe will pull up to maybe 100%. We need to add another keyframe just before she hits the ball, and then we're going to pull these two keyframes that we want the freeze frame to happen over all the way down to 0. That way her hands freeze and then the ball continues. And that's basically how to use the speed graph and time warp effect.